The first lesson of having money is to have money work for you. Not you work for money. If you work for money, then you give power to your employer, right? So let's talk about that for a second. So a lot of times when you grow up, right, you have, well-thinking family, parents who are like, hey, get good grades in high school, go to a good college, get a 4-year degree, get good grades, and then you can go get a job, high paying at some company. Isn't that generally what's said to people? Isn't that what we did over the last 20 years? We've convinced everybody to go to college, right? And then, banks saw this as an opportunity that there was a lot of people going to college, right, that didn't have the means to go to college, but we can give them the money, all right, and then we can lock them in making payments for the next 20, 30 years and make huge amounts of money on interest by loaning them a small amount of money. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Right? So, they're coming in here and saying, hey, student loan debt, hey, we're going to give you 9% interest rate, right? So that means you owe $100,000, right? Do you realize by the time that you get to your senior year, right, you'd owe $150, right? For an education that costs $100, you already owe $150, right? But you only come to find out that you have that education, you have that degree, right? And you're having a hard time getting a job that pays $35. So they got you for life. At the same time, right, universities saw, hey, we can have two things, and Purdue did this, right? We can protect the integrity of Purdue, right, and make it harder and harder to get into, but while not raising the price of that education. But if you don't come in here with almost a perfect SAT score, you ain't getting in, Purdue, right? Right? I slid in, but I wouldn't get into Purdue today based on just my SAT score. But at the same time, they go, hey, we don't want to lose out on all the people we don't accept. So let's buy this online school and offer everybody to go there if they can't go to the real Purdue. Did you guys know that? They did that?
Is that Purdue Global, I'm assuming?
What's that?
Purdue Global.
Purdue Global, but what did they buy? It was the largest online university on earth. It wasn't University of Phoenix. It starts with K. Kaplan. So Purdue bought Kaplan because they're like, wait, we don't want to lose that money, but we're going to look real good over here. Now, hope Mitch Daniels don't look at this because he's going to be mad at me. All right? But that's what they did, right? And then all these online universities popped up everywhere, right? I can tell you there was no University of Phoenix online until about 2001. And then they popped up. Now they're all over the place. Now you see ads, hey, get an MBA online, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you guys something. 99% of it is worthless, right? It just simply is, right? Because with you working for money, right, you give the power to your employer. Now here's something that's going to blow away your minds. Do you guys know I'm not your employer? Right. Do you guys know you're your own employer, right, within my group, right? And I get paid to help advise you to build your own thing, right? For some of you who are brand new, you're like, what? I'm lost. It's okay. Go talk to somebody, right? But that is exactly where you want to be at. When it comes to money, most people know one skill, and that is to work harder, right? You're like, man, Dad, I'm broke. And Dad's like, man, you got to work harder, man, right? Isn't that what we're here? Especially from our blue-collar pops. The saying is to work harder to make more money. The idea is to climb the corporate ladder, right? That's what we teach is, hey, man, we even have a lot of that here. Hey, man, come in here, you an agent, ooh, you an SA, oh, you an AD, oh, you an RAD, oh, you get a chance to be an AO, right? It's like that corporate ladder. But here's my question to you. Why not own the ladder, right? And every one of you actually has an opportunity to own your own ladder. Now, here's the difference between your ladder and my ladder. My ladder has more rungs under me right now because of where I'm at, right? Your ladder might only have one rung under you, but you own that ladder. Do you know what I mean? And when you get to AD, you can have 2 rungs under you. And based on how you expand, you can always expand this way. There's other rungs, right? You can have people, admin staff working for you, right? You can have people helping you with the recruiting. You can have people helping you with the deductions. So you can spread out your ladder. You can actually have more rungs. Do you guys see what I'm saying?